Hi guys, so I wanted to do a couple different videos today. I'm going to do one on what to use for, or what are must-haves for breast pumping. So, a couple things that I realized through my process of breast pumping and going back to work. I realized that these items that I'm going to show are a must. So I have the Medela Pump and Style electric pump that I don't feel it's very convenient. I ended up purchasing a Lansinoh manual breast pump. I found that this is the most convenient way for me to express my milk so that I can pump it. I don't feel having a bunch of cords come from the pump to my breast. I don't feel like it's very convenient to have. I feel like it's a lot more setup than anything, and this is so convenient. This is all it is. All you do is you just hold it to your breast and you just squeeze and pump. It's very convenient. It's very easy. There's nothing to it. Yes, you can only do one side at a time unless you were to, for whatever reason, get two, which I have considered. But it is very, very convenient. I love it. It's by the Lansinoh brand. I think it was like $28 to $30 or something like that. It's not that bad at all. But I highly suggest this. It's convenient for reasons of driving in the car. I have done it while I've been driving. I know I shouldn't be doing things while driving, but if you really have to pump, you have to pump, and there's nothing else you can do. I have pumped while driving. I have pumped in the passenger seat while CB has been driving. I actually work full time right now, and I do bring my electric pump, but instead of using my electric pump at work, I use my electric pump as my backup and this as my main pump that I use. I am not provided a bathroom at my work because of, long story short, my employer wants me to use a bathroom, and I did not feel comfortable pumping in a bathroom, so I pump in my car. So I head out to my car, and I put my nursing cover on, and I just start pumping, and it's so easy. I can do it in like less than 20 minutes. I highly suggest having this for many reasons. If for whatever reason you were to lose power, well, you need to pump, then what are you going to do? You at least have this. You need no electric, nothing for it. Another item that I found useful for pumping is these Lansinoh breast pads. They are gel on the inside, and then these are just covers so that it doesn't touch your skin and either burn you or get too cold. But I have two sets of these. I keep one in the freezer, and then I keep one out just like this. And you set them in your bra, and they sit on your breast like this. I heat them for when I want to get my breast milk flowing well. And then I freeze them for if I'm in pain or if I'm feeling sore for whatever reason. They were very useful at the beginning of breast pumping. Now I don't use them so much, but I definitely highly suggest it when you're getting in the swing of things. Another item is the Medela Quick Clean Wipes. I have read that if you cut them in half, they're going to last a lot longer, but I got these at my baby shower, and I've used them. It's just to wipe down the parts so that you don't have to wash them every time. But what I do generally is I'll wipe them out just a little bit. I'll wipe them out just a little bit, and then I will put my pump or my pump parts in the fridge. And that will keep the milk that's on the outside or in the crevices, it will keep it good and not get it to where it's spoiled milk. that way it's not spoiled milk, and you can still use the pump after instead of washing it between every time you are pumping. Okay, sorry, I had to put her to sleep, and she's not going to let me put her down just yet. So, another item that I think is very helpful is Lanolin Cream. When you first start out with breastfeeding and breast pumping, you're very sore, you're very cracked, your nipples are very cracked, sore, they got sores on them, and Lanolin Cream is going to help. This is what the Lanolin Cream looks like. I have the Medela brand. I have a couple different brands, but I did like the Medela brand, and you would think that you're going to go through a bottle of this, and you're really not. It lasts you forever. You hardly use anything. You just put on a little bit and then just put it around your nipple and you're good. Lanolin Cream is also good for when you're breast pumping. To put a little bit on, it almost lubricates your nipple, and then you are able to attach your pump parts, and then it helps pump it out. It's a lot easier on your nipples when you have it on there too. So you can use it as a lubricant for when you're pumping as well, but it also helps with pain. So like I have mentioned before, I work full time, so I have to pump and freeze my milk so that my grandma is watching Kylie right now, so my grandma is able to use my breast milk to give to Kylie rather than having to substitute with formula. Now, what I do is when I was on maternity leave, I pumped a ton, and every time I would pump, I would save them in these bags. These are by Lansinoh. They're little bags like this, and you rip off this perforated part right there, and you just put the date and the amount that you have in there, and then you just pour the milk in there. Now, it does have how many ounces things are, but I don't go by that. I always pour it into a bottle, and then I pour it into there so that I know for sure. I have never even gone by that, so I don't even know if it's accurate or not. I have heard that the Medela brand ones are not accurate, so I just kind of went right from the start and did it by myself and put it into a bottle and then measured it out by that. Now when I am at work, I will do a video on the process that I go through, the schedule that I go through when I am pumping at work, but I always keep 2 mason jars this big. I don't know the size exactly. I don't know for sure how big this is, but I keep 2 of these, and I always bring 1 to work, and then whatever I pump with my manual pump. I pump in this, I take the bottle off, and I pour the milk in there, and then I put it in the fridge at work. And then whatever I pumped for that day, and that is in this mason jar, I give to my grandma, and I take the one that she used the previous day. So I just rotate the mason jars, and it works a lot easier. You're using one thing versus using a bunch of bottles that you're pumping into. Now, for my baby shower, I did register for this Medela cooler, and it comes with 4 bottles in an ice pack. I don't have the ice pack in here right now, but this is what it looks like inside. I have not used it once. I don't feel that it's useful. I didn't find a need for it. I'm sure maybe down the road I can find a need for it. But like I said, I planned originally to pump and pour it into bottles and then keep this in the fridge at work. I never ended up doing that. I ended up buying this off of Walmart.com. This was like $4 and something. It's just a little cooler. I placed my mason jar right in there and put this into the fridge. It's just been a lot easier for me, and then I bought 2 of these so that I can carry it very nicely and easily to my grandma's. She keeps one and I keep one, and like I said, we rotate. It's just so much easier on me than that Medela, and not to mention it's 4 bottles I would have to wash versus 1 mason jar. It's just a lot easier. Like I mentioned earlier, I do pump in my car. I'll go into the story, I'm sure, sometime about my employer and the situation with pumping, etc. But I do pump in my car, and you do use a nursing cover. I mentioned before I bought a nursing cover that I wasn't too happy with, and this is my nursing cover that I wasn't happy with. There is a brand on here somewhere, right here. This is the brand that it's by. I loved it at first. You put it on like this around your neck. You put it on like this around your neck. And then it has this ring around it, and you're able to see baby while you're nursing. I liked it, minus the fact that if I'm outside and in public and wind catches it, then I'm exposed. So, not that I'm embarrassed of breastfeeding, but the reason why I wanted to do a nursing cover is mainly because I don't want to make other people uncomfortable. I know it's a very natural thing, and I should not have to cover myself, but it's more so when my dad is around, when Stevie's dad is around, and I just don't want children to be uncomfortable, or adults to be uncomfortable that their children are seeing it and just trying to look out for others as well. But I don't want it to be exposed. I don't want my breasts to be exposed. If I'm using a nursing cover, then there's no point. So I didn't really like it for that reason, and I just felt it was very inconvenient and very hard to work with. I felt like I was adjusting it, and it just was not comfortable for me. So I ended up getting online, and I purchased this nursing cover. I do watch many vlogs, and I actually watch Sam a couple vlogs, and I had seen that Jenica had this nursing cover. First of all, the colors really caught my eye. I really loved the colors. So I loved that you could use this nursing cover for many other things. You can use it as a nursing cover. You put it on just like a t-shirt. It wraps around your entire body. And then you can hold baby like this and you can nurse. Another nice thing is basically when you're done nursing it, it's like a scarf. You can use it as a scarf. It even matches my shirt right now. So I loved the colors in it. It was just fun. Another thing you can do with it is you use it over the car seat. You wrap it around the car seat, and basically you leave this little hole so that baby can breathe and baby can see out. Another thing that you can use it for is the cart. You can use it for a cart at the grocery store. You just wrap it around the cart, and then you put their legs through. It's just very useful. It's super light. It's not, you can fold it up very easily. I wasn't able to fold this one up very well because of this band. I just felt it was just in many ways inconvenient, and this one is just super simple to use. So another thing that you want to make sure that you have on hand is nursing covers. Nursing pads. Here are some nursing pads that are disposable, and then I also have some washable ones. In my personal opinion, I don't like the nursing covers, the nursing pads that are disposable. They feel weird. When they're in there and they actually get milk in them, they get like a weird chunky feeling in there. I know that it's just the cotton soaking and absorbing it, but I don't like that. I never felt that they actually worked real well. And then a girlfriend of mine, actually, her mom makes nursing pads, so she gave me a ton of these, and I feel these work a lot better, not to mention you can just wash them. So every time I change my bra, I just wash them, and I have a ton of them, so that it's easy. It's just super easy for me. So I highly suggest doing nursing pads that are washable versus disposable. Another item that is helpful is a receiving blanket or a burp cloth. I'm sure if you're a mother already, you know what a receiving blanket is, but if you're not, and for whatever reason you don't know what it is, this is folded in half, but this is a receiving blanket. You can swaddle the baby in them, you can use them for spit up, you can use them for multiple things, laying them on the ground, whatever. But I always make sure I have either this or a burp cloth. My girlfriend her mom has made tons of these for me too. This is actually one that she made. But you would definitely want to make sure that you have one of these on hand when you're feeding. So you're feeding the baby and they got to burp. So when they burp, sometimes spit up is going to come up. So I always hold one like this and hold the baby and I burp her. It just prevents it from getting all over her, all over you, and making a huge old mess, which you will definitely have a huge old mess sometimes. It's just been more convenient to have nursing or burp cloths and receiving blankets on hand at all times. I have a million of them. So another item I've mentioned in previous videos is my nightgown. Now I had this nightgown, this is the back. I had this nightgown for when I first delivered, and I didn't like anything wrapped around my body real tightly, so it was very nice because it was super loose fitting. It just helped a lot, and it was nice for breastfeeding too. It's easy accessible. You can just pull the top of it down. That's all I did. I had a nursing bra on, and then I would put the gown over, and I would just pull right down and I would feed her. That's another thing that is helpful is I live in tank tops. I don't even, the only reason I'm wearing this t-shirt is because I'm doing a video and I don't want to just wear a spaghetti strap in a video. But at home, I generally will only wear tank tops like this. It does not have the bra in it. It's literally just a tank top with no bra. It is so convenient. I literally just put them on, like I said, with the nightgown. I just pull it right down and I feed her. I don't like to pull my shirt up. I feel that when I pull the shirt up and then I put her face here, my shirt pulls down and pulls over her face, and I feel more comfortable just having my shirt come down versus up. So those are very helpful. I have a million of those, and I could not have enough. I seriously constantly am buying new ones just to have extra on hand. So like I said, I am a full-time mom. Full-time working mom. I pump at work. So when I'm at work, my grandma is watching Kylie, and while she's watching Kylie, she has to have a way of warming the bottles. Now, she uses the breast milk that I express, and once that's expressed and frozen, it has to be warmed. So she has to de-thaw, either her or myself will de-thaw the milk, and once it's de-thawed, we have to warm it some way so that it's good for her to drink, because you don't just give the baby cold milk. They're used to it coming out of your body, so they're used to body temperature milk. So I went and bought I think it's by the brand The First Years. I bought it at Walmart for like $15 or $16. And I don't have it on me because I just leave it at my grandma's, but I'll insert a picture. Basically all you do is you prepare your bottle with the milk that has been thawed, and you set the bottle in there, you press the button, and you warm it up, and you give it to the baby. That is a must-have. You definitely need that. You're not supposed to microwave baby bottles. You're not supposed to heat them too warm, and the baby bottle warmer, it definitely makes sure that it's not too warm, and you go by the amounts of formula that you have in there. So it's very helpful, and it's very quick. I think it takes like 90 seconds or something like that for it to actually warm up. So when I was pregnant, I did my registry, and because I had the Medela Pump and Style brand for the pump, I decided to register for Medela Bottles. I got a ton of them from my baby shower, and I was so excited, and I loved them. And once she was here, I would feed her with these, and I didn't feel they were very, very good. The Nipples, she did not like the Nipples because it just pours out of the nipples. It comes out way, 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 way too fast. I know that there are different nipples that you can get to fit for these, but I just haven't done it. I have Advent bottles that I got for free from my registry through Babies R Us. And then I also have these, the Lansinoh bottle to my manual pump. You just unscrew this, and they do come, I don't have one on me right now, but they do come with a nipple and a screw on top. that you can use, like, you can express the milk and then just give the bottle right to the baby. But I do like these Lansinoh and Advent. Advent is a different brand. I like those two different brands for bottles the best. They have worked the best for Kylie. Those are the kind of nipples that she likes and she will actually use